When you were younger, you were just looking for somebody to give you advice or just have a conversation with about certain things that you were experiencing and going through. And you're like, I just know I'm not alone in this. Well, I think you should watch this video. Or if you are younger and you're like, what are some things that I should be looking out for? Who should I be talking to? Can I have a conversation about this? And you absolutely can. Keep watching the video to find out 30 lessons that I learned in my 20s that I'm now reflecting on in my 30s. So imagine this. You are about to turn 30 and you have plans, you got a birthday dinner, so you're getting dressed with your homegirls and you're talking about all of the lessons that you learned in your 20s. Yeah, it's me. I'm your homegirl and I'm getting ready for my 30th birthday. I'm just about to go have dinner, and I was thinking, as I was reflecting and thinking over turning 30, I was just like, what are some things that I would have wanted someone to tell me, or what are some things that I learned in my 20s that I think I want to share with someone else who may be coming up on 30, or anyone who has not had much experience in life, period, or hasn't really reflected or thought about what they've learned in their teens, 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, however old you are. Since I'm going into a new decade, I just wanted to reflect and be like, hey, what have I learned? What are some things that I want my daughter to know and think about as she's growing older and going on through life? So while we're talking about the lessons I've learned in my 20s, make sure you subscribe so that you don't miss it. And then I'm going to be doing my makeup because we're getting ready to go out, remember? The first lesson that I learned in my 20s is just to have God first in everything. Not God first, head over He is the head of my life, but God first in everything. Not, oh God, this is this. No, this God, that God, this God. The second thing that I learned in my 20s is you have to serve a vision. Like, if there's someone around you who is starting a new career, starting a business, doing something fresh, and you just feel like you want to help them, you probably should. You should be compelled to help people who are doing something. I'm going to be looking over here because I have a micro mirror. You don't peak at a certain age. I really was thinking like, oh, I need to peak. My friends are doing this in high school. I should have been doing that. All of those things. But honestly, as I grow and am 30 now, I'm like, no, I shouldn't have been doing that. And you should not peak in high school, or you should not peak in like your 20s or college, whatever, grad school, whatever. You should not peak. You should always be growing and evolving and moving forward towards whoever it is that you want to be. These are in no particular order, by the way. I just have been reflecting, like I said, on turning 30 and reflecting on the things that I've learned. So they've come to me in all different types of order. I was at don't be afraid to start at 1, which means just don't be afraid to start again. Since I am going into a new decade, 30, I cannot be afraid of what's to come. I can't be afraid of how I'm going to grow, what else I'm going to learn. I can't be afraid of the things that are to come. I have to be okay with starting again, starting this new decade. You should be too. In my 20s, I learned that multi-generational relationships are necessary and very important. So a multi-generational relationship is you having people in your life that are at least 10, 15 years older than you, and people that are in your life at least 10, 15 years younger than you. I think that these are important because you need information from all the decades. I am an information person. So I'm like, okay, what did you do when this happened? Or what's your take on this? So that's me asking someone who will be my senior 10, 15 years, or someone younger than me, like, what are you doing in school these days? Or how do you think the future of the world will be? And they have some interesting thoughts and ideas that help you consider your choices for today. Ooh, this is a good one. Distractions are always going to be there. Meaning that if the distractions are there, how are you going to focus in and choose your focus? Like, you have to fight hard to choose your focus because the distractions are always going to be there. Like, always. There's always going to be a baby. There's always going to be a husband. There's always going to be your friend group. There's always going to be someone else needing something from you. There's always going to be your boss needing something or whatever. Social media. The distractions are always going to be there. But how will you choose your focus? I must have been in a flow with these next couple because they are really all good. I mean, all of these points are good, but these are good. After you decide what your focus is going to be, you have to make sure that you forgive quickly and often. People are going to be people. People are going to be people. The people that you love, the people that are closest to you, the people that you would think would never, ever do or say or just whatever that they've done, they're going to do it. The best I can say is just brace yourself to forgive quickly and often. This is number 8. We're on number 8. Get a therapist. In your 20s, if you can afford it, find one that you can afford and use your therapist. Get one and use one. Number 9, prayer is a priority. For me, in my 20s, I learned that prayer is a priority. I went to undergrad, had to leave one undergrad, had to end up going to grad school. I got married when I was 25. There was just so many things that were happening that if I didn't pray, I don't know if I would be standing here right now letting you know all the lessons that I've learned in my 20s. Number 10, their lack is not your gain. So if you feel like, oh, they didn't do it, it's my turn. Or, oh, they didn't get it, they didn't pick that up, so let me pick that up. No, never use someone else's lack as your gain. It's never rewarding, and you will never feel the positivity or comfort from that. Okay, I told you I was in a flow because these are so good. Number 11 is don't let what or who you lose make you lose yourself. Don't let what or who you lose make you lose yourself. You're gonna lose people, not just by death or by way, but people are gonna do shady things. You might say or do something that makes them leave you. It's okay. Don't lose yourself. Stick to who you are. I mean, it's okay to be reflective, like, what did I say? What did I do? But also, like, just don't get distracted and forget who you are and how sincere and genuine you are because someone left. Building community will benefit your generations to come. So I'm 30. I had my daughter when I was 28, then I turned 29, so basically 29. And we have a strong community. We have people that support us and help. And that was evident with her first birthday. The way that people reached out, showed up, and just poured into us and poured into her was very evident. And it made me comforted to know, like, if I was to leave or, God forbid, just fall to death or whatever, that she would be okay, that her father would be okay. That if her father and I were to get out of here, she would be fine because of the community that we have been intentional building, friendships, relationships, and loved ones. With that said, know your place in people's lives. Oh, baby, in my 20s, I was trying to show up and do for everybody, every person. Ooh, I can help you. I do this. Blah, blah, blah. And then when something hit the fan, they'd be like, Chimera who? Get her out of here. We don't care. So just know your place in people's lives so you're not functioning from a space of, they got me. No, you never know. Just know and assess your space. Take a second right there and just assess your place in people's lives. Ooh, this is too good. Advocating for yourself is hard, but so is dealing with the decisions someone made for you. Baby, this is specifically with my career. I recently just parted from a place where I had a supervisor that would make strong recommendations on what I should be doing next with my career, how I should be moving forward, exactly what I should be doing in this way if I wanted to move up the ladder and all these other types of things. And at one point, I found myself being and doing something that I never signed up to be or do, but it was all of her decisions made for me, and I was unhappy. I was very unhappy. But when I finally started to advocate for myself, it got sticky at that place, which is why I had to part. Okay, what you say now will determine your future. Now, if you believe in Jesus and you believe in the Bible, you know that your words shape your world. Your words shape your world. Even if you don't believe in God, you better believe that your words shape your world. It's a principle. You need to be speaking now what you want to see in your future. So now that I'm turning 30, going into this new decade, I will be speaking what I want 40, 50, 60, 70, maybe even 80 to look like in my life, and for my husband and my daughter and any other children that we may have. Write down everything you experience. So, okay, I've been doing my foundation for a minute. Let me move on. Girl, we might be late. See you later. So, write down everything you experience. I'm a huge proponent and advocate for journaling. I journal morning, I journal night. I have separate journals for everything. I open up a new journal every time I'm starting something new, like I need to write this down. And recently I heard that when you write stuff down, it makes you like get over it quicker. When you write down a bad experience that you've had or something that is traumatic for you, it helps you to get over it quicker. And I can attest to that because even in the recent weeks of me turning 30, there were some things that were coming up in my life, and I was like, what is this about? Why do I feel this way about this? I don't know what this is. But once I wrote it out and got it out, it literally, those thoughts and the anxiousness and the anxiety around it literally left me. So I'm a huge advocate for journaling everything. Write down everything you experience, the good, the bad, the ugly. It's all a part of your story. You cannot negate it, and it's all gonna work for you. It will. You'll look back and be like, oh my gosh, I can't believe that I thought I would never get over him. I can't believe that I thought I would never be friends with her, but she did that. Oh yeah, so write down everything you experience. Take more selfies or pictures. So I am by trade a photographer, creator, a videographer, and I barely take selfies like of myself and try to capture me and my essence fully and wholly. And then when I need something and I try to go look for it, I don't have anything. So I say, you know what? I need to do more of that. I need to take more selfies and pictures. I do. I want to have memories for myself, for my daughter, so she can think I'm pretty when my hair not done. That's what it is for me. I'll take that for myself. Do not touch what isn't yours, baby. It's a longer story on why I'm saying that, but don't do it. That's for money, men, cars, clothes. Don't touch it. Don't touch what isn't yours. People's drama, their trauma, don't touch it. Don't touch what isn't yours. I'm serious. Don't touch it. Spend the time finding out what you like. Spend the time finding out what you like. So later, in my later 20s, it came down to me like going in my closet and hating every single piece of clothing that I had. So every time I got dressed, I just felt ugly. I felt like it didn't make sense. I feel frumpy. I look ugly. This is stupid. And I was just like, I've never taken the time to, shop and look at and like what I really like and how I really want to look. And I've never done that. So because I had never done that, here I am, a big grown woman feeling ugly because I didn't take the time to see what I like, see what kind of clothes, see what my signature uniform would be. I think I got it picked out now, but I just hadn't ever taken that time for myself. And I think your 20s is a great time to do that because you're finishing college and you're finishing grad school and you got extra time to, maybe shop and do the things and just be by yourself. If you're young and not partnered, you're by yourself and just, you had time to explore. So take the time to figure out what you like. You know how people say life ebbs and flows. Well, baby, sometimes your ebbs might feel like they last longer than your flows. When you're in a flow, everything's working out. You got the job. It pays well. Your friends are doing fine. Y'all hanging out. Y'all going to happy hour. Like, you're dating the person that you want to date. And your mom's doing well. She's not on your back. And then, that's your flow. That's me explaining the flow. But an ebb, oh, shoot. Girl, we breaking up. I found out he was with so-and-so and so-and-so. Or, me and her, no, we not talking right now. She just did some stuff that I did not agree with. My job is giving me the flux, girl. Giving me the flux. I think I'm about to leave. Ooh, I really want a baby. God, why can't I get pregnant? Why can't I? Those are your ebbs. And they sometimes seem like they last way longer than your flows. But you always come back up. Ooh, baby, number 22. I lost so many friends in 22. And everyone is really not your friend. Not in 22, but in my 20s, I lost so many friends. And that's what the 22nd one is. Everyone is really not your friend. You may think, oh, this person they would never do that. They would never leave me. I don't care what you say about them. They are my rider. Girl, everyone is really not your friend. Whew, baby. Number 23 just almost made me go up again. The timeline is fake. Whatever it is, especially when it comes to that biological clock, it's fake. The older I get, the more I see seasoned women having children. So if you're worried about your biological clock, the timeline is fake. If you're worried about when you gonna make it and when you gonna get your big career, and the timeline is fake. It all works out and it's all gonna come. It all works out. Repeat after me. It all works out and it's all gonna come. Absolutely. Ain't nothing for you to worry about, sweetheart. The timeline is fake. Who says you should have had that by now? You? It's fake. It's okay. You'll get it. With that timeline, you put in the work to say, do, and be who you want to be. You put in the work to say, do, and be who you want to be. I just said this to myself, like I was pulling out all my makeup, and I'm like, you are what you do. Nobody's listening to what you say. You are what you do. So how are you gonna say you wanna be a model when you don't get up and take pictures of yourself? How are you gonna say you wanna create content when you scared to pull out your phone at the restaurant? How are you gonna say you wanna lose weight when you... Okay, I'm gonna get off of that because I ain't really working out. I mean, I'm working out some, but not that much. I get off of that. Know your worth and add a value tax. Know your worth and add a value tax, baby. In my 20s, I did so much work for free. I did work for friends and family and some people that I thought would be long-term clients, free, getting scammed. And not just work, like when it comes to your relationships and the tax of people trauma dumping on you and doing all type of stuff. Like, no. Know your value. Know your worth and add that value tax, baby. Add that value tax. Learn to laugh at yourself. Like, legit, don't take yourself so serious. Life is serious. It can get serious sometimes, but you still need to laugh. Like, oh my gosh, why did I think that? Or what am I doing? Like, look at me at Target again. I said I wasn't coming back. Look at me here once again. Oh my goodness, why is my hair sticking up? It's funny. Like, laugh at yourself and do it often. Like, hee hee, ha ha. Life was always going to be life, so you might as well just laugh your way through. Like, legit. Okay, we're getting closer to the end, and we're at number 27. Number 27 is be around what you want to be around. Now, if you know as you're getting older, you're not going to be wanting to smoke and drink and do all the things that other people are doing. Why would you be around that now? If you're getting older and you know that you don't really want to be at that job, you don't really want to be living in that neighborhood, get around it. Like, go drive through the neighborhood, start hanging out with people who aren't doing those things, or start trying to introduce new things to your friend group. And if that's not working, you need to be around what you want to be around. 28, there's always more to life. I know it may seem like, what am I doing here? How did I get here? What is it that I'm supposed to be doing? I don't feel like I want to be here. Like, remember, there's more to life. There's more to come from your current situation. There's more to come from any thoughts of taking yourself out that you may have. Like, there's more to come. You're in a relationship, a certain situation that just isn't working out. There's more to life. There's always more to life than a career that you're not satisfied with. Switch it up, change it. There's more. Like, legitimately, there's more that you can be and can do. There's more. There's more. Number 29, try everything at least once. Try everything at least once. You're like, that's crazy. I'm not doing that. Try it. You never know. You never know. You might like it. Then at least if you try it, you're like, I don't like that. And somebody like, how you know you don't like it? Because I tried it. See? You'll have a comeback. You know you don't like it because you tried it. So just try it. Try everything at least one time. That's your food, a trip, a phone call, an excursion, anything. Like, whatever it is, try it at least one time. Unless it's like hard drugs. Let me put a disclaimer on that. If it's like hard drugs or something or whatever, don't do that. Don't try that at least once, because you never know what can happen. And finally is 30. Number 30. What's the 30th lesson that I've learned? And that is that I don't know. I just turned 30 and I'm looking forward to learning more, growing more, thriving more, trying to learn about myself more. If you like that and you can identify with some of the lessons, make sure that you subscribe to my channel where I post all things lifestyle, motherhood, and creative entrepreneurship, so that you can join the tribe and keep up with the lessons that I'm going to be learning in my 30s.